But gender talks about the role different persons play in the society. Now, I can be a chef, but in my house, I'm the husband. So I'm the husband, I'm the father, I'm the chef. Those are just roles that we play. And gender changes with time. Because if you remember, I said in those days, you only see men being the doctors. But today we have a lot of women who are doctors. And in those days, you only see women that will be caterers, that will be doing catering work. You only see women plaiting hair, making hair for people. But today you see men doing all those jobs. You see men doing makeup and all those stuff. They are all roles that we play in our society. Gender are just roles. So the roles that are ascribed, okay, in this society, men are these. In this society, are the role women play. Or in this society, okay, men can tie wrapper. In this society, men can wear bra. Let me put it that way, you understand? Gender can change. Because, I want this class to be fast, and I want a summary because of people that are fasting, so that won't take much time. Normally, we should take like 2 hours. I want us to be done in maybe an hour or thereabouts, so that we are done. So the gender is just the role. Role. So when we're now talking about gender-based violence, what are the violence that come in because of gender? Because of, gender talks about roles. So when we talk about roles, some people will feel like they are superior, while some will feel they are inferior, because we are all human beings. You want to take roles, you want to take classes, hierarchies, and things like that. But gender itself is saying, no matter the role you are playing, there should be fairness, there should be justice, and nobody should be discriminated. You understand? So based on that, because so many of gender mainstreaming. Gender mainstreaming will come in because when we have gender-based violence, issues that arises because you are young and old, issues that arises because I'm a male, you are a male, and you are a female, issues that arises because of, okay, I am disabled, you are not, and you feel you are superior to me. So that's why we have the gender mainstreaming, to bring a balance to what we do in the society. So let's just see this picture of this. I don't know. This picture here, you can see those pictures and where a woman is and where we have 2 men. You can see them, the woman, you can see she has multiple hands. She's the chef, she's the caterer, she's the cleaner, she's this. While the man over there, they were 2 painting the house. These are some of the issues, because people will always be, it's men that can paint house. Those jobs are left for men and they should be assisted. But the woman can work from morning to night at home and they believe she has not done anything. This afternoon, I was just looking to a clip by Chara Feladurotoye, talking on International Women's Day. She was saying some women will choose that all they want is they want to stay with their children. If it is an agreement between them and their husband, it is okay. If they have the money, they can balance it up. Even when they don't have the money, there have been cases that they will agree that, okay, we don't want you to work in so period. If it is an agreement, if it is, the woman is okay by it, you can do it. So you can't believe that. You can't say that the woman that is staying with her children just because she wants good childhood for them, that she's an inferior, she's a jobless woman compared to a woman that is working as a CEO in a maybe bank or whatsoever. No. Everybody wants to derive their own satisfaction and happiness. And even if the husband is forcing the wife to do it, that is not balance. So we're talking about a society where there will be balance, where there will be justice, there will be fairness. That's what gender is talking about. And let's go to the next picture where we have gender inequity related issue. I hope you can see it. You can see that man. You can see that man. What can you see? Let me ask a question. What can you see in that place where we have gender inequity related issues? What can you see in that picture? I have 2 pictures there. I need people to quickly respond so that we can move at a very fast pace. Okay. Any volunteer?
The first picture is of a woman kneeling down and a man shouting at her and raising his leg, maybe in an attempt to hit her.
Okay. Thank you. Any other volunteer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In the picture up there is a woman kneeling down before a man.
Okay. Okay, how about the second picture we have here?
He's raising his hands and
Okay. How about the second picture? Let's discuss it together before we move. Oh, this one is on very well. Okay, let's discuss that first one. You can see what that man is. The man is seated on a chair. He's raising his leg towards that woman. The woman is intimidated. She couldn't even look up. And the man is also holding a shoe and shouting on her. What does that tell you? What can you deduce from that? What does that tell us? Okay, we just said it shows, we can see the picture, but what does that tell us? What can you interpret from this?
She's being assaulted.
intimidating her.
Okay.
Superiority of the man over the woman. That's my own understanding.
Thank you. Who else?
Maybe
Being
being chastised
maltreated.
for wrongdoing.
I didn't get.
Maybe
being
she was
maltreated by
being
the man.
chastised for wrongdoing.
Oh, for wrongdoing. Okay. Okay.
What?
Chastisement.
Okay, if I may say something,
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
think my own understanding, if you are looking at this picture, it gives you what the society sees as a submissive woman.
Okay. That
Yes.
was what the society see. Thank you. Someone is looking at you guys like the man is
Thank you,
intimidating her.
UK.
Then someone said it's like he's punishing her. And I'm sure this is not his child. Even if it is a child. If you treat a child this way, what do you think the child will do? Do you think the child will love you? Or the child will become more rebellious? This is violence. If you ask me, this is violence. Because if you are treating, let's say he's a child, but I think this is husband and wife, and the man is shouting upon on the woman is intimidated, she couldn't even look up. This is inequity. There's no balance here, there's no love, there's fairness, there's no justice. Do you understand? At least we should be able to relate together. We should be able to talk.
Hey,
Please, if you are not talking, when you are talking to someone, please always mute your phone.
how you did now?
Yes. There's no balance here, but what gender is advocating is fairness, justice, balance, love, and non-discrimination. You understand? This second one that we cannot see very well. We can see the picture of many men in that scale on one side, many women put together in one side, while a single man is put on the other scale, and the single man is weighing more than about 40 women that is in one scale. There's still no balance, because in our society they will say a man that is more than 20 women. That's not a balance. That's just discrimination. That's just imbalance. Telling the women that they are not balanced, that there are 20 men are better than 20. One man is better than 20 women. That's not a balance. That's not what the society wants. We always create problems because we want a balance. We want to be loved. We want justice. So this is inequity. This is inequity. Because the society is teaching us to say, oh, the male are superior than the female. No, we are complementing each other. And at the same time, gender is telling us about whether we are young or you are old, that there should be a balance in between us. If not, when we get to our place of work, we have issue. When we get to our religious places, we have issue. When we go to anywhere we go, we have issue. Because there won't be balance. And we have people with disability, living with some disability among us. But if there is no balance, how would they cope? They won't have a fruitful and fulfilling life. And when you don't look at it, that then we have the poor, the vulnerable among us. When there is no balance, they won't live a healthy and good life.
Okay, he's over now, Bagashiba.
So now we talk about gender mainstreaming. Gender mainstreaming is how to make this balance happen. And that's just the essence of what I've said now. There is a strategy, policy, And the ways in our home that we balance things between us and our husband, our children, our family, our relative, and even at the place of work. You're not looking at it that because I'm the boss, I must do things, I must talk to you anyhow, you must be my subordinate, I must trample upon you. No. Gender is saying no, and we must treat each other with fairness, with justice. I'm just doing the summary of gender as I'm going now so that we can go fast. So it's a strategy for achieving gender equality. So nobody will be discriminated. And most people, in time past when we talk about gender, people always think it's women empowerment. Gender is not about women empowerment. We can come to do a program in a community where we talk to men and women. And after the program, we discover that these women in this society, they don't have financial literacy knowledge, that they don't know they did not go to school, or they don't know how to do their business very well. Maybe numeracy, they can't count money. I've seen cases like that. I remember recently I paid a woman money, and the change she was giving me was more than even the money I gave her. I had to tell her. She now said, and the money is confusing and things like that. I wonder how many people would have cheated her. At the end of the day, she wants to make money, but people will keep cheating her. But maybe based on the program that we organize, you discover that majority of these women don't know how to do this. Then I said, okay, let's
Baba,
for the women. Can you help us mute this person? Yes. So that program that we want to do is based on a program that we have done, and we discovered that the women don't have literacy. We did a gender program. So under that gender program, we now see that, okay, we need to empower the women with literacy. So you now call that one women empowerment. But the first thing we did to organize, to analyze gender mainstreaming, how to know, analysis. And also we could even do it and see that the fathers in this area, that the women are the one, taking care of the children, the father don't get involved. So that's okay. Let's plan a program to enlighten the men. So do we also call that one men empowerment? That it is. But people will always see as women empowerment. Gender is women empowerment. No, gender is not about women empowerment. Gender is about balance in the society. It's about creating balance that will bring everybody to a level that we can be, or we can have fairness, we can have justice, and there won't be discrimination among us. That's just then gender mainstreaming. And during gender mainstreaming, we open our eyes. We're having a program. We open our eyes to see, okay, where are the problems? Where does the issue lies? So that we know what to do. There won't be problems, so that people can be better. We can see where the problem lies. We won't be sidelining some people. And in our society, okay, someone is going through a problem, and maybe there are widows, there are people that are poor. We won't sideline them and say because, their house is not as sophisticated as our own. Maybe they were the first set of people that built a house there, but because they are not rich as us, we'll now be looking down on them. Or maybe a widow that does not have an husband and she's struggling. We now feel that, okay, we need someone in the society, they gave us a slot. That slot should be given to the chairman's son. The chairman already is well-to-do. And there's this widow whose children have graduated but does not have opportunity. Why not consider and give her opportunity? That's what gender is saying. So what is sex? I think we all know sex. Sex, can someone talk about sex before I move so that we know we have better understanding? I've explained gender, we'll go to gender again. Sex, can anybody tell us what you understand by sex?
Add one.
Sex is what differentiates a man from a woman.
Thank you so much. Sex is what differentiates a man from a woman. A man has pennies, a woman does not have pennies. A woman can give birth, a man cannot give birth. Even if from today, and you tell me you want to change your gender, even if you change your gender, if you're a man, you are still a man. Even if you wear artificial breasts, or you go and do a surgery that gives you breasts, you cannot give birth to a child because your body system cannot carry a womb. Do you understand? So sex is natural. It is genetically made. It cannot be modified. No matter a lot of surgery one do, one cannot change one's sex. But we can change our gender. We can the roles we play. You can decide to be a teacher today. You can be a driver tomorrow. You can be a doctor today and next tomorrow. That's just gender. We can decide, okay, you can change your role from a medical doctor and become a traditional leader tomorrow, maybe by position of being elected or being appointed into a role, into a position. Those ones are gender. But this sex cannot be changed, cannot be altered because it is genetically made. XX is for XX chromosome for women or girl, while XY is for the male. It cannot be changed. So when we are talking, when they are filling a form and they say put gender, the people that fill the form, because that could be applicable in abroad. Whereas in America, is saying it's no longer applicable to them. That was a mistake. So now, when they put gender to us in Nigeria is a mistake because Nigeria Constitution only recognize male and female. You understand? So you can't change yourselves. You are only a male or a female. So this takes us to gender division of labor in our house, in our homes. What happens in our household? You can see this picture here. The children are there watching, and the boys are watching TV, while the girl is busy sweeping. What do you think is wrong here? And you can see the other picture where the man is in the kitchen with the woman, but is in the kitchen with the woman. I want us to look at the two pictures and tell us your understanding of it. Can we have someone? I will only give room to one person. Can we have someone talk about this before we move forward? Hello?
I think what I see here is gender inequality.
Mm-hmm. So can you explain further so that others can understand? Hello? Hello? Can someone else in the classroom? Hello, any other person, any other suggestion, comment?
Yes, from the picture, we can see there is gender inequality here. And from there, from the first picture, we can see the boys watching TV while the girl is sweeping. So they only center the role of sweeping to the female child there, while the boys can do the other things, or they can play or do other things like that. While the second picture focuses on women cooking in the kitchen. That's what they call women, that's their major role or major assignment at home, to cook. So, and also the man, what was he doing? He's reading newspaper. So he was thinking maybe, it's gender inequality though, from the pictures.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You said it all. You know, the role that is being played by that lady, by that girl, can be played by anybody in the house. And if she's the only one doing it, it becomes an abuse on her. But because you can't say because she's the female, she should be the only one washing plates, cooking food, while others are busy enjoying their TV. No, everybody should have a roster. As you are handling your male children, also handle your female child. Let there be a balance. Allow them to have equal chances. Don't discriminate. Don't think because one is male, one is female. But give them equal opportunity, better opportunity, so that they can be better, so that everybody can learn. That's why we have a lot of men in the society today. And because, you know, our attention has been on the female. Hey, my girl, do this, do that, do that. Now the females are having the attention, but the male are not. And what do you think will happen in the nearest future? Men that cannot handle a family, because the success of that woman will intimidate the woman. So we need to understand that as you are raising your girl child, you should also raise your boy child that way. You give us equal opportunity. Don't allow your girl child to be the one doing the chores, and allow the boy child to be involved. Let there be balance. Let there be fairness. Involve them. Let everybody be involved. And even if I thought they watch TV, let it be at a free time that everybody will be able to sit as a family and you enjoy it. And for the man in the kitchen, if you had gone to work and your wife also had gone to work, why not give a helping hand? Give her support. As she's carrying some things, you can be doing some other things. Maybe you've ever seen a woman She'll be doing assignments with the children. She will be cooking. She'll be watching, and attention will be on like 3-4 things. That means there's no balance. Gender is talking about let there be a balance. Let there be fairness. Let there be justice. Don't leave your wife. You know, your wife is your body. And also your husband, because as I'm saying, it's in some homes, it's the man that is affecting. Because the man is the only one carrying the body, paying all the financial bill, doing everything. If it is the man that says the wife should not work, then it is understandable. But in a situation where the woman says she cannot work because she wants to enjoy her husband money alone, that's been selfish. That's not balance. Because we are helpmeet, we are building a family is a team. And no single person can build a family. It takes two to tango. It takes a team, the father, the mother, and the children. It takes an understanding family to build people, children, husband, and to build a family. So you have to sit down and talk. And my wife works. She does not want to work. What can you do that she will be happy about? And everybody will be happy. And that's we have a balance. But if the man is the only one working and the woman is not working, it's not fair. If the woman is the only one taking care of the family and the husband is not being involved, it's not fair. So that's what gender division is talking about. We should be involved. Let there be division of labor in everything we do. Do not discriminate. Oh, this one are meant for female, this one are meant for male. Let's do it so that there will be fairness, there will be justice, that there will be love. Even I tell you of all, gender is about love. Because if you don't love people, you discriminate against them. You will shit them. You will look down on them. You understand? But gender is talking about let there be fairness, let there be balance in the society. So, okay, the slide has gone. Then let's talk about gender. I don't know. Okay. Let's talk about, okay, I've talked about gender roles. Okay, gender issues. You know, what do you, even mere talking, you would have picked what we know by gender issues. Gender issues are issues that are right based on, okay, I'm the male, you are the female, you are the husband, I'm the female, I can't do this, you must do that. Those are issues. And how do we handle this? Is to have understanding of gender, that gender is about fairness, it's about being fair to each other, it's about bringing a balance, it's about bringing justice. What a boy can do, a girl can do. The only difference we are talking about is things, sex. A woman can carry pregnancy, a man cannot carry a pregnancy. A man can impregnate a woman cannot impregnate a man. That is not possible. The gender discrimination, we don't discriminate about people. In a society, when you see people and you look down on them, you feel like, because they are from, this person is lower in class, maybe the place of work, you believe someone is a junior staff, the person is a cleaner, oh, I cannot be a friend because she's junior to me, she's a lower kidder. No. Gender is talking about let there be balance, let there be equality, so that we won't have issue, then we won't have to discriminate against people. But when we are empowered, when we have the knowledge of gender, when people are empowered, just like you that you are going through this class, if you can talk to people about what you've known, tell them, and there's balance, there's love, you know, you just see how the society will be balanced. And people will share, people will start sharing information, being loved, and there won't be issues. They won't have to talk down on maybe a junior staff. We won't have issue with, okay, because he's a man, he's my subordinate, and I can't just respect him. Or because she's a woman, I have a wife at home. No. I can't answer to her. A woman cannot be my boss. Some people do that. No. Gender is just talking about balance. I remember a friend telling me she's an engineer. She said they went for a program, and where the program was, she led a team. But on getting there, you know, she said they went to eat, she paid for the food and everything. And when one of the people that want to meet them came, he just assumed that she's one of the stars. He just went to meet a man that he felt is the leader. Start talking to that one and your team, and at the end of the day, that one just said, that is the team leader. He was surprised because in his mind, he would never thought that a woman would be the team lead, especially in engineering. She's a chartered engineer, you understand? So that's how thing works. So gender is about balance. Then we have gender awareness. When you have better understanding, you are aware of what is happening around you. Just like I said, a widow that lost her husband, they need slots for people to be empowered. They are now said, okay, let's give the slot again to the chairman who has a good job, who has a good car, who has everything, and whose children already have good job. So that is not balanced. We're talking about opening our eyes to be aware of how things operate around us. You go to a place, maybe in your place of work, you discover that there's always an issue at a particular time, or with your staff, or maybe staff are leaving your organization. You have to know what are the reasons, what are the things causing it, why are people leaving? Then that means you're opening your eyes. You're not doing as if you cannot see. So people will be like, I don't want to know. Either you're a male or female, I'm going to treat you anyhow. That's referring to gender balance and blindness. You can't recognize that, oh, these people are being cheated on, and this wasn't a junior staff and they are stigmatizing against her. You close your eyes as if you cannot see. That's gender blindness, because you are behaving as if you cannot see. Then when you are the one that you have had awareness of gender and you are concerned about an issue that, no, this thing cannot happen where I am. So people will say, not on my watch. You understand? Not on my watch. No. Nobody will be discriminated. Everybody have a right. That means you are concerned. You want to take the next step and you want to profile a solution. Then let's talk about gender career gap and disparities. This is common in some of our, like in STEM now, science, technology, engineering, and math. I think they've added arts now. They said it's science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. That's STEM. Some of those places, you really see some gender. If you go to teaching now, in time past, we have so many female in teaching. Up to now, we still have many female in teaching. But when you go to science subjects, you won't see many female. You see female in maybe Yoruba, some of those courses. But when it comes to mathematics, hardly do you see women in math field, except women that are so sure of themselves. And also courses like TG, you rarely see women. But home economics, you are so sure that you meet a woman there as a teacher, you understand. So those are the things. The gap, especially when employing some organization will be like, they don't want women, no, they should employ men. Disparities and gaps. We can't just close our eyes to it. We need to bring a balance. Recently, we're talking about our House of Assembly, the Senate, the political sphere in Nigeria, that other countries, some countries have like 35% women, 38. Even Saudi Arabia had like, was it 28 or whether 28? We have women in their cabinets. But here in Nigeria, out of that Senate that are causing issue now, out of 100 and something of them, we only have 3 or 4 women there. That is not even up to 2 or 3%. That's not a good representation. That's not a balance. Because when women go into the political sphere, they meet a lot of things, challenges here and there. The meeting will be fixed by 1 p.m. and 1 a.m. How many men will allow their wives to go? So these are some of the issues where we have gap and disparities. Gender stereotype. Maybe because you met someone from Southwest and the person was already, maybe the person once did something that you didn't like, and you now said, okay, anybody from the Southwest, they are thieves, or they are nigbati, they are this, they are that. That's just a generalization. I served in Sokoto maybe like over 20 years ago. Is it over 20? Yes. Maybe 23 years ago. 23, 22 years ago. Now, if I live in Sokoto, because I lived in Sokoto, maybe I witnessed some things. I will not assume that those things that I witnessed there, maybe because I had a neighbor that, yeah, that's how everybody in the North behave. No, you don't just assume things. You have to get into it, analyze critically, put on your gender lens, analyze and see what is the problem and how can we bring a balance? Because everybody has his own peculiarity and every society has its own peculiarity. You know, because of the norms, because of the taboos, because of the concern that we had in time past with our society, change is very, very difficult to come about. So it is very, very difficult. If you are still with me, I want you to go to the chat room and type 1 there so that I will know you are listening to me because I'm rushing a lot. Go to the chat room and type 1, everybody. Go to the chat room and type 1 so that we know you are listening. Thank you. You can even type figure 1 so that it will be fast. Oh, Mr. Lusoji, sorry, your battery. We'll soon finish. Okay, Basi, Cecilia, Gloria, thank you. Just to be sure. Azan. Okay, for now, those are the people that I can see. No, just to take note of people that, okay, Manuel, to take note, I just log in, network issue, okay. So you can still catch up with some of the things we've done. Yes. Musa, okay, thank you. So that's take us to gender responsiveness. How do we become responsive? You've heard about gender now. Ndubusi, thank you. You've heard about gender. Now you understand the difference between sex and gender. You understand how to be gender aware, how to be gender, to be concerned about gender. Then you also understand how you can and how to be fair to people. How to be fair to people. So now, then we talked about don't discriminate against people. The next thing is, how do I respond? When we are responsive to gender means, now we've seen gaps. I just mentioned some gaps in some places, maybe in some place of work where they always see that, okay, women can do this work. What can be done? The solution that can come in is, okay, let's employ more women in this field, or let's empower more women. Maybe during admission, can we give opportunity to more women during admission? Okay. Or can we give more opportunity to more men in nursing? Or can we give opportunity to more men in those places where they are not allowed, where they are being discriminated? That's how to be responsive. Any solution that will profile, that will bring about balance. That's just how to be responsive, not closing our eyes, or not being stereotyped that, oh, anybody from the north is this, or anybody from the south, I cannot deal with them because someone once duped me, you understand? So not having stereotype mindset. Then let's focus on gender analysis. I mentioned gender analysis earlier on. Can you move this person? Gender analysis, I said gender talking about, let's putting on our gender lens. Let's look at things critically. Okay, this I remember I always say this example anytime I'm taking this, that there was this hospital, they were having someone dying every 7 a.m. I don't know. A patient died. They didn't know what to do. Please, can you this person? They didn't know what to do. And they kept complaining, what is causing it? One day, someone now decided, I'm going to look into it. This person will come to us early and watch. I will be waiting every day to see what is wrong. He couldn't see anything. Until one day, he now took critical look. Now discovered that the cleaner will always come in at 7 a.m., unplug a socket to charge our phone. Unknowing to her that it was the oxygen where someone is being connected, that she was unplugging, because she was not told that it was a life support equipment. You understand? But if they have inculcated her, bring her on board, not seeing her as just a cleaner, if she has been empowered enough, not say she's just a cleaner, and tell her some importance of those equipment, not just telling the person handling about the precautions, but also telling the cleaner, empowering her, that could have been averted. But because we feel like, it's not our job, our own is just to clean. But she didn't know. She would just unplug and plug her own phone, and people were dying. So we don't look down on people, because without people, it will be very, very difficult. It will be very, very difficult when we don't empower our people, when we don't give them opportunity, when we don't give them equal chances. It becomes an issue. And I always use this opportunity when I'm doing gender equity. Yes. When you have someone, maybe you have two people, a child and a grown-up man that is
Gloria
tall.
used to, hello, madam. This granny shoe should be removed from this class. Why are you disturbing the chat class now?
I've said
Actually
it now.
removed you and she came back. Just mute yourself.
That means that the solution will always be on guard to admin those that are distracting me.
I put somebody there too. Fatu is here. I put him there to be looking at that.
It's not fast. You see? So now I always make this example of I always make example of a boy and a man who wants to pick something on the fence. And the man is a tall man, and we have a stool and a drum. Who should be given a drum? Who should be given a stool? Let's discuss this before we have our screen back. Anybody that wants to talk, you unmute and talk, please.
The person that is shorter.
Okay. The person that is shorter should be given what?
The stool.
The person that is shorter should be given the stool.
The person that is shorter should be given a drum to stand on.
Okay. Okay. While the person that is shorter should be given the that is taller should be given the stool.
Should be given the stool.
Thank you so much. Yes. We got that's just see. This analysis is just the essence of gender. Bringing a balance to the society, you understand? When we think, because we are asked to distribute bag of rice to people in a society, and we have the vulnerables there, people that have not eaten for a week, and we have someone that still have some rice in his house, and you are now saying, let's give them one Congo each. What you have done is equality. It is not equity. Equality is giving everybody the same thing. Why equity is saying, okay, let's look at the people that need it more and give them more. And that's what can help us in the society. If not, the rich will keep having, while the poor will just remain, they will just be managing. So gender is talking about equity, about balancing things through equity. Let's give more to those that need. That boy should be given the drum. But you know, in our settings, in our design, even at home where we are giving meat to our husband and our children, the children that need more meat, we won't give them, give the husband the biggest meat. That's not what gender is saying. You understand? You give more to someone that needs it. That's gender equity. Equity is about balance. Why equality is about, okay, let everybody have same thing. Let's just be, let there be fairness. Whereas then equity is talking about fairness, about justice, about balance. But equality will just talk about, okay, let's just be fair. So we're talking about balance, about having love, having not non-discriminatory, that you have no stigma, so that love can dwell in our society and everybody can have love, so that we won't have issue in our society. We won't have things that we have to struggle with. If we understand it as, if we have mutual love in our place of work, there won't be issue between us, that our work will go smoothly, that we are a team either at the place of work, at home we are a team, in the place of work we are a team, even in religious organization. I think when we can behave together as a team, things get better. Things get better, so that we will be a better society, a better community, and things will move fast and things will move better. But without equity, without equality, it will be difficult to talk about gender. Firstly, we'll come to the point of equality. At the point of equality, we now see that some people need more than equality, we need equity. So this is just the essence of gender. So when we are talking about gender, we are saying, let's do a balance. Let's look at situations and bring balance, either in our place of work, in our churches, in our mosque, in our, everywhere we go, even in our political sphere. You can see what is happening in Nigeria today about the issue of Senate. I can still tell you is the issue of, what do we call that one? I can say the issue of, okay, we are equal. It is issue of we are equal. Everybody wants to be equal. The male wants to be equal with the women. That's what the society is saying. But the Senate is at their own point, they are saying, okay, no. We are not, there's no, the woman is talking about equity, that they are equal, there should be a balance. They should give me fair chance. But the community is saying, why will you compare yourself as a woman to be like a man? And they started opening her dirty linen, telling her things she has done in the time past. You understand? That's why we need fairness. We have understanding of gender. We know how to relate to people without stepping on toes, without offending them, without discriminating against them, so that when we find ourselves in places that are very, very important, we won't spoil our white garments. So it is important as women. The society should give the weak opportunity to be strong, to climb the ladder. At the same time, we are not competing. I tell women, you can't be a man, and a man cannot be a woman. It is not possible. Let there be fairness, let there be respect, let there be understanding. If you don't respect each other, even as husband and wife, you don't respect each other, we keep having issue at home. The children cannot respect themselves, they have you. Not to talk of children not respecting their father or mother. You allow your children to talk down on your husband because he's not rich or he has issue at that particular time. It is a serious issue. Or as a man, you maltreat your wife in the presence of your children. You are not helping yourself because the future will tell. Whatever you do, whatever you sow today, you reap tomorrow. So gender is all about balance. How do we balance this? Let's start from ourselves. Let the change begin with us. Let's open our eyes with our gender lens. Let's be fair to people. Let's create a balance. Let's love people. Let's be fair. And let everything be done in love so that the love can circulate. You will not maltreat your fellow human being if you respect them, mutual love, if you are fair to them, and you see them as your own self. You know, you can't talk about gender and not talk about empathy. Put yourself in other people's shoes. Put yourself where it pinches and you understand how it is. And if you are like that, you won't want to hurt other people. And you too, you don't want to talk down on people. So it's about balance. If there's no balance, and the balance should come from both parties, from everybody in the team. If not, we won't step anywhere. So we're talking about how do we do this at our level, family level. Start inculcating little ideas to bring balance between you and your husband. Show love, show respect. And as husband too, respect your wife. You may see as your neck. If the neck is having problem, the head cannot move. So there should be a balance. You understand? So we should work together in love and unity, either in our places of work, either in our churches and mosques, either in our political sphere. Because I can tell you, if the Senate, if they've had better understanding and there is love, there is mutual respect in that place, there won't be all this talk that is going global. It won't happen. Because those things can be addressed in the secret or outside that chamber, and it won't fall back onto the public the way it has fallen and everybody is talking about it. You want respect, you can earn it, but you can let it go. Then in love, with correction, you bring in the right word, constructive criticism. And you want to be respected and you want to be respected, you want to command, you want to earn respect, work for it and respect yourself. She might as well keep quiet, and she might have well called attention to it and let there be intervention and see what will happen. But let's assume it has been happening, but nothing has been done about it. So we need to look at it at the two sides of the coin. But when we are misbehaving in society, we should also know that people will dig out what we've done in time past. So we have to carry ourselves as role models. We have to be advocates of no to gender-based violence. Plan. Open your eyes. No discrimination. Be aware of your surroundings and people you work with. Don't discriminate, and don't be the person that will be stereotype about people. And I will tell you, anywhere you are, be concerned. When you see an issue that needs attention, don't close your eyes to it, because tomorrow it could be you. Talk about it and talk it out. Provide solution. Don't contribute to more problem. So in summary, how do we analyze gender? Write it out. We are doing an empowerment. Are we bringing the men, the women, the children? Let there be a balance. Let everybody be involved. Let everybody, even in your home, involve your children in decision making. Don't just take decision for them alone. You are going to that school. Tell them, do you think you can go to that school? Or do you think, can you cope that course you want to pick? Do you think you can do well? How much of that course do you know? Do you need the information? Or do you think you can do better in science or in arts? Don't force it on them, and enlighten them, educate them. That's just at the home front. Then when we get to religious or workplace, let your team be one, because as a team, we are working together. We are not working against each other. If a team is working against itself, it cannot stand, it cannot succeed. Same for the house. I just read on the Instagram today about a man saying that he went out to meet an affair that should do something that his wife should lose her job. Eventually, the woman lost her job, I think that very day or 3 days later. And the man said the woman has emancipated, she look unkempt, everything is happening and he's feeling bad. And the affair has moved away from the place he knows about. Why will you go to that extent? Either it is true or not. We don't need to go to that extent, because whatever we do to other people will come back to us. So we need to understand, how do we relate with each other? If you are pulling down your team member, you're also pulling down the team, and we cannot succeed. And the political spell, look at what happened at the Senate. It has affected every one of them one way or the other. Now they are looking for what to tell to the world to change the narrative. It's better for problem not to start than for us to allow problem to start and let it escalate. Let's always do for peace. Let's be peace advocates, because gender is about peaceful coexistence. If you not remember anything, gender is about balance, it's about justice, it's about fairness, it's about peace in our society, and I can say it's about love. Thank you so much for this class. So if you have any question, maybe we can just ask in the next few minutes, because this is just a summary class. We don't want to bother our brothers are fasting. So the floor is open for your question. If you have questions, comments, let's do that in a few minutes so that we can go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. It's an interesting class. So you see the different part. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, Mr. Olusoji, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. I
Yes,
enjoy your
yes.
visual. So let's take time for next 10 minutes or 5 minutes. If you have any question, please do that. And immediately after this class, I'm going to drop CA for today based on this class, gender mainstreaming. Make sure you fill it. And another announcement is that all the other requirements for certification, we are trying to step them down, except that attendance, retest, and the final exam tomorrow. So if you don't have your Canva, don't worry, it's your problem. If you don't have your Google, no worries, your problem. Basically, they are just extracurricular activity embedded into this training so that to enhance your professional competence. But some people feel like, oh, I don't know. Can you imagine that somebody was sending me a message on WhatsApp that he cannot create a LinkedIn, I should come and help him out? Am I the one that helped the person to create his Facebook account? You understand? So people, they have this kind of attitude of dependency, and that's what we are trying to work against in this organization. People should be self-reliant. So we want to create a LinkedIn account. You cannot do it. Say you have issue and you are reporting to me to come and help you to set it up and guide you. All right. So that being said, if you have any question, please do that now. Then if you have issue with your LinkedIn account, what you can do is that Gmail might not go, or go to YouTube, what's called Yahoo email. Create a Yahoo email, go there, just like somebody creating a Facebook account. You know, so it's a social media for job. That's why we are pushing you there. So if I'm pushing you there and you don't want to go, I have nothing. I'll satisfy my own part. Then the rest is for you. You can force us to the stream, but you cannot force
I
us to
think
this.
Outlook can also help.
Huh? Hello.
Outlook account can also help.
Thank you very much. That's the problem solving. Thank you, Mr. Sylvester. So that's why we use NGO in Africa. They've killed our creativity. They come here, they will give you free food, free lunch, free training, free accommodation, free everything. But they don't tell you that the money they are spending on their businesses is the tax they got from their business. They tax Facebook, they tax Google. And the money they are getting there, they are the one that are used to feed you for free conferences, free training. All right, so let's come back to gender mainstreaming now. Two options. If your Gmail is not working, go and create Outlook email or create Yahoo email. Get it set up. And if you don't want to set it up, that's your cup of tea. And it does everything to your class attendance, which is this test, daily continuous assessment, and also your final test. So questions, you have a question on this class, please do that. Hello, we just remove him. Don't waste your time on that. It's about public learning etiquette. Some people are just not educable, so you can't teach them. They're not teachable. Just leave them. All right. So if you have any question, go ahead and ask the question. Then thereafter, Mr. Sylvester, are you here? Mr. Sylvester, we give a vote of thanks on behalf of the class. So let's go ahead. All right.
Good evening, sir.
All right, go ahead.
My question is that since for the past 4 days now, and I've not been able to take any of the tests because of the network problem. So I don't know how I can get them back.
Don't worry. After this class, I will share all the tests there. This is day 4. I cannot compromise on those things.
Yeah.
Somebody can that's a transcript. That's what it means. If you don't have a LinkedIn, no problem. If you don't have a Canva, it's your headache. I don't care about those things again. So give me my CA, then nobody is forcing anybody to get certified. If you don't want, no problem. Tomorrow, anybody who's not getting certified, bye-bye. Then go to the next batch. All right? I would send all the CA questions or link to the group now, including the pre-test. So let's come to gender mainstreaming. Our guest trainer is around. So questions or
thank you.
Or contribution. If you have any question, clarity, please do that now. That's the purpose of the live class.
Sir, we have a question in the chat room, sir.
And let's somebody read it for us. What is the question?
Okay, can you provide?
Okay, madam, Dr. Daniel, this question says that, okay, somebody, who is saying this one? Emmanuel H. This is done already. We said it now. Summary is not my headache. AI will generate it. This is point of having this kind of training. Everything she said here is being summarized by artificial intelligence. And that's why we are trying to put some of the skills we have into you. Some people is given. I will share that one tomorrow morning. All right, this question goes to Madam. They say that, can you provide an example of successful gender mainstreaming initiative and what factors contributed to their success? All right, can we take that? That sounds a journalistic question.
Okay. In Nigeria, there have been several programs. I can tell you categorically, most of our programs, we've not well mainstreamed gender into most of our programs. But I can tell you we're coming off, because you see some initiatives that will tell you that at least there should be 30% of women. Like in Nigeria, the affirmative, women affirmative, that they are saying 30%, 35% women politics. We don't even have 3% or even talk 4% or even talk 35%.
So, madam, what you are saying now is that I want us to be very definitive. Gender mainstreaming.
Sorry, I'm still on it. Yes, for the Senate, we don't have what it said. We are pushing towards it. But I can tell you, for initiatives run by NGOs, initiatives run by NGOs, even in our schools, our children, in those days, you always see the head prefect to be boys. But now, you can see that in classes, we have girls as class captain. It is being balanced. And there are initiatives. The Fadama initiative have women. Fadama initiative is an agricultural program. They have programs that are specifically made for women. And they will say, okay, and the women in Fadama, yes. That's the Fadama is about irrigation and some other stuff. And I saw in the north, there's IFAD, and there is women in agri too. If you go to some of our ministry and things like that, you see women in agri. Because they discover in time past, apart from Benue and some places, women don't get involved in agri. What women don't usually do is they help their husband to sell some of those things, but the proceed, the money they get is actually for the husband. And those women will be the one to support on the farm work and things like that. But now there's encouragement for women to also own their own farm and produce and sell And these women are taking it up, especially when it comes to women in agri, when it comes to some initiatives like even IFAD, FADAMA, and so many and things like that. Even if you go to maybe some abattoir now, you meet women there selling meat. I'm just citing those small examples. And also in development world, we always advocate for programs that involve children and that involve women and youth. In Nigeria now, let's look for Nigeria, as for example, in Nigeria, before EndSARS, the youth were clamoring for attention, that they were not given fair treatment, that youth were not involved in politics. You know, that made political people in the politics, they had to overthink it. They started having, then they will have youth leader, but the youth leader could be someone like 65. It's still happening. You see some youth posts is being held by people in their 50s. And they will say that person is the youth leader, youth majority. You now be wondering that. I've been to a place where they said, okay, we invited all the women leader. A man came and said he was the woman leader for, was he one party, APC or one party? I can't remember that party. And I said, no, this cannot happen. So you don't have any woman in your party. Said they are but they are not serious. Said if they are not serious, put them there. Let them do it the way they can. Can you carry a pregnancy? Do you know how a woman feels when she menstruates? Do you know how they feel? Let a woman be in that post. Let she head. She be the spokesperson for the women. You know, it's changing. But some of those initiatives we are not there yet. Then I can tell you, these women are coming up gradually. But women are always the problem of women. And gender is not just talking about putting women, no. You know, I'm just using women as an example because we want to involve women in agri and some other things where they were not being involved before. And also, in some places too, you can see, like I mentioned, some professions in time past, you won't see male in teaching. I think we used to see some men going into teaching. They will say they can't teach. But because teaching is getting lucrative in some places, some men are going into it. And also nursing, in those days, you rarely see men study nursing. But if you go to University College Hospital Ibadan now, you see many men there. Even some men are pushing their wife abroad to go and study nursing. You understand? So that's the way it's working. But I know we are getting there. There are so many initiatives where gender is being considered. If you want to work with donor will tell you that your staff must be, the gender must reflect in your staff. You can't just have all male staff and no female. You can't just have all male staff and no female. And you can't also have only female staff and no male. So everything has to be balanced. And even when we are planning programs, they will not say, okay, there should be 30% of this. People with disability must be represented. Youth must be represented. Women must be represented. And everybody has a fair share in it. So many projects. Is it in rice value chain? Is it in immunization? There is balance. And even in Oyo State, if you look at the cabinet of our governor, we have so many women represented there. So we are getting there. And it depends on the state you are. If you are working, I'm using this general example so that we'll be on a balance, because it's a group that cuts across everybody, different profession. This class cut across profession. So I can't just be citing development work alone. I have to talk about political because people will understand about agri and things like that. So we are trying. We are getting there. But it's just that in the political era, Nigeria as a whole, we have not seen it as a point to push. So that in time past, we won't be having issue. Now we even need to do more for our male. The women are being empowered because we saw that gender gave us that there is a gap. The women are being empowered now. We need to empower our men, our male children to take up the role, to be responsible so that they won't just feel like everything is about money. They need to stand up too and become better. So I think that's all I can say for now, except you need more clarification, you let me know. Thank you.
It's clear anyway. Thank you very much. We're on this note, some balance. Somebody said question. I don't think we can take any question. It's already 6, almost 3 minutes to 6. How can somebody balance all the...
I think we need to talk about this, Mr. Alusoji. Maybe briefly. Religious perspective, West of
Take it, ma.
Anyway, what I can say,
all right, take it, ma.
It depends on the setting you belong. You know, some religious setting, there's nothing you can do. They will tell you it is not in their order. They can't just come down on it. But where I belong to a Pentecostal. I'm a leader in my church. In time past, there are some churches you can't be a leader. In time past, women in mosque cannot take some roles. But now, we have Form 1. I work with Form 1 a lot. We have Form 1 women are getting attention at Form 1. But you know, your religion will determine how fast or how you can go. But I know they won't allow a woman to call prayer in mosque. I don't think that can ever happen. But in my own setting, a woman can lead prayer, you can do anything, you can take sermon and everything. That's why I said it depends on the religious setting. And now, a professor of mine called me on Sunday and told me that, do you know, Mrs. Daniel, do you know what happened in my church today? That I was so happy that gender was what was discussed in the church worldwide. That maybe worldwide or Nigeria, I think, in Anglican church. You can confirm if you are an Anglican. That what is in their topic that Sunday, maybe this month or that Sunday was gender. That they discussed gender. How can women be involved? How can male be involved? In Christianity now, one of the challenges we have now is not about women now. It's about men not to want to take responsibility in the church. More men are withdrawing while the women are taking the forefront. So what do we talk about that? So what we need to do is to create a balance and enlighten our people on the whatsoever that is happening in our own environment. You know, because of the peculiarity of our religion, we need to talk to them based on what is happening. If it is your religion is not allow women, start advocating for women can do this, women can do that. But if it is where the men are not being rising up to their responsibility, let's talk to the men. So that's why I said gender is about balance, so that we can have equity. Thank you so much. Hello, Mr. Alusoji.
Vote of thanks. Mr. Sylvester is a Yoruba man based in Gombe State. Mr. Azan Sylvester. All right,
I saw someone
go ahead.
say, I was like, okay, my people are Form 1 Federation of yes.
Mr. Okay, Form 1 too is there. Who is this one from Form 1?
Someone wrote Form 1 Federation of Muslim Women Association of Nigeria. I know.
Are they here also? Okay, yeah, we can go ahead. Mr. Sylvester, give the vote of thanks. All right.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Sylvester.
I want to sincerely thank God Almighty for this opportunity and the facilitators of this program. It is a privilege for some of us. In fact, we did not know something like this was in existence until someone posted it on our platform. And today we are beneficiaries. Glory be to God. And I want to sincerely thank the management of this program, Afrocentric. God bless you. God bless you. To my fellow participants, I believe we'll put this into good use so that henceforth gender issues can be trashed as easy as possible. This is not for us to go and relax. It is for us to build on this foundation that has been built today. Thank God the foundation is a solid one. We should make the upper structure as beautiful as possible so that the beauty of this structure will attract attentions. Thank you all, and may God bless you. To our Muslim brothers, I pray the journey to the end of the Ramadan will be peaceful. Thank you so much, everyone.
You have not thanked the trainer today. You are not, that's it's not gender balance. You
didn't thank the madam. My powerful and wonderful.
She's the only female facilitator for this.
Oh my God. Thank you very much, our facilitator, our trainer for today. The Lord bless you. The Lord bless you. The Lord bless you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And make good use of the opportunity. I said it all. And if I were you, I'll go for the certification. You don't know where it will be needed. Later, I've seen people, I run a non-governmental organization. I see people run it to me. Please, we need a certificate. We need this, we need that. And me, I'm a very truthful person. I will tell you what experience you have. So you have to come down and volunteer or come and do it at a time that is not convenient. Go for the certification. If you ask me my CV, how many certifications I have, and that's what usually stand one out. Thank you so much, and we hope to see maybe in the future, maybe on LinkedIn, we can engage in conversations and things like that.
Please permit me to add this. Permit me to add this. Thank God it has been simplified. For your certificate, I think it's 10,500 naira only. Even if you have the knowledge from heaven down to earth here, if you don't have certificate to back it up, no organization will recognize you. So please, I encourage my participants to go for the certificate. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. So I've shared the link for Mr. Daniel. You can follow her. The link is already on the WhatsApp group.
Don't just follow, engage. I think that's it.
Engage. Some of them, they have 0 followers. You know, one of the requirements we set for them that create a LinkedIn account and have minimum of 10 followers. And people are feeling like, why is it forcing us? But somebody was telling me that, don't worry.
Pardon me to say this. Pardon me to say this, Mr. Olusoji. You know, there was a time a man contacted me from UNICEF, maybe Bangalore or I can't remember. They needed someone to facilitate a gender training for them through LinkedIn. I did not know this person. I've not seen him or anything. He just told me, please, can you contact us? We have this program in Nigeria. We need you to come and facilitate a program. He just found me on LinkedIn. Yeah, if you do any certification, add it to your CV. I just received a certification in this and this, or you put it on your LinkedIn profile and things like that. You're building yourself. It helps a lot. Then when you get engaged, talk to people, engage in posts, engage in posting and things like that, react to people's posts. You're setting yourself gradually. You don't know where you find yourself. You can make friends too. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Mr. Olusoji, please, I don't know. Hello.
Go ahead.
I said, please,
introduce yourself.
I said, please, I don't know. Hello?
Introduce yourself. Who are you? Where are you joining us from?
Okay.
Go ahead with your question.
I'm Mrs. Goodluck. I'm joining from Kaduna State. I'm a nurse by profession. I say, is there a way we can get a full of this that we have discussed on certification?
Like, is there now? Like, lecture notes?
Hello?
I don't get what you mean. Mrs. Goodluck.
Hello?
What do you want? Say, we have to indicate your certificates. I didn't get your question. Can you repeat your question, please? Repeat your question.
I said, is there a way we'll get a full package of all that was discussed during this program on somebody's certification, that is on when you get your certificate? Is there a way? Because it's not everything that I followed up during the program.
And if you get certification, you collect the slides and you collect the lecture summaries. That's it.
Oh, okay, it's okay.
You collect all the slides, and all the lecture summaries. You get it.
It's okay. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. So that's the end of the class.
And Mr. Olusoji, let me add this. Do you know when you're getting certification, it could be a sort of opportunity for you to get recommendation in the nearest future. You attend this class, no means of recognizing you. Even when you need recommendation or something in the future, it may be difficult to track whether you actually attended the class. But when you attend, you are able to say, oh, he actually attended, we can give her a recommendation because of he attended the class. You understand? And also, you don't know where they can leak you. Like, this opportunity has made us to meet now. Some of you, if you get engaged, we don't know where we'll meet. You don't know the kind of things we can get from you or I can get from you. So that's what's one of the importance of joining the class. Thank you.
Yes, I mean, to a great extent, I've tried to join. You know, this network breakdown, so it's
No,
not
I'm telling
everything.
you. No, I know, I understand. I'm just telling you that the certification is not just certificates. There are
Yeah,
other things that come with
oh,
it, just to clarify what you're asking for.
it's
Mr.
okay.
Olusoji, pardon me to take my leave now. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Thank you so much. So we hope to see you by end of the month for the last batch. Thank you. All
Okay,
right.
bye.
All right, bye. All right, thank you everyone. We have come to the end of today's session. So tomorrow is the last day, and it's going to be very powerful. I'll send some materials for you to go and read ahead. So that you can engage in class. It's going to be very fast, 2 hours. I'll see some materials on video. Then I'm not going to open that WhatsApp group. If you want to make payment, make the payment and send it to me. We add it to the graduation list. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Good night.